Hello, my name is Abigail, and on this channel I talk about books and things that I'm passionate about, and right now that happens to be putting out 12 videos in 12 days to count down to Christmas. And one of the most important things to me was to make sure that I read some brand new releases in 2025 because there's a lot of backlist Christmas, but the things that people are talking about right now aren't backlist Christmas books. They're like front and center release this year Christmas books. So, I had to read some of the most popular new release Christmas books this year released. Is this making sense? I don't know. But in order to read some of them, I did have to read some other things. So I wanted to read Megan Quinn's Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. And I did get the pretty edition. I wanted to read this really bad because I found Megan Quinn this year with Till Summer Do Us Part. But when I found out that Megan Quinn was releasing a Christmas romance, of course, I had to get it. I bought it. And then I discovered that it's actually the second in a companion series. So I had to pick up How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. And this one doesn't have pretty fun sprayed edges. And I wish the covers matched a little better. But I picked both of these up. Picked this one up so I could read this one. And then the other brand new release of the year that everyone is talking about for Christmas is B.K. Borison's Good Spirits. So I had to pick that one up as well. So starting off with How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas is about Cole and Story. And Story is coming back into town because her great aunt is it maybe just aunt? I don't know. Her aunt, one of her family members, broke a hip and needs help. So her and her sister Taryn go to this small town, and the town is Kringle. Is it Kringle? Am I making things up? What is this town called? Kringletown maybe? I don't know. But it is where they're celebrating Christmas all year. And so can I just say really quickly, the town feels so real that I'm actually disappointed that I can't visit it, but I digress. So they go and they visit Kringletown so that they can assist in getting their aunt all better. And their aunt Cindy is big fan of Christmas, okay? And then they have this Christmas Kringle contest, okay? And Aunt Cindy makes Story enter on behalf of Cindy because we just don't know how many more Christmases Aunt Cindy will have. And chaos ensues. And then the second book that I read was Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. And this one is about, so in this one we have Cole. Okay, Cole is he's the guy taking care of the reindeer. He's super grumpy. The reindeer of this guy, Max, Atlas's family farm, they have some reindeer. And then we have our main female character, Betty. Betty is new to town, and the reason that she's in town is because her uncle has a piece of property right next door to this guy's farm and wants to open a Christmas tree farm right next door. We can't have that in Kringletown, okay? We just can't have it. And so chaos ensues. Last up, we have Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. This is sort of like a play on the classic Christmas tale of, why can't I think of it? Christmas Past, Ghosts of Christmas Past. Is that what it's called? A Christmas Carol. Oh my God. It's like a play on the Christmas Carol, and this is a Ghost of Christmas Past, and he is coming. His name is Nolan, and he is coming to see Harriet and help her change her ways so that she doesn't die a Scrooge. But like, Harriet doesn't think that she's that bad. So why is Nolan being thrust into Harriet's life? And I do mean thrust. So I started How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. I am having such a good time. I fucking love Megan Quinn's writing so much. I really do. So they're competing right now to be the town Kringle, like Christmas, like I don't know what the title is, but they are now being forced to wear gold sashes. I am deceased. I love Megan Quinn's writing, dude. I love Megan Quinn's writing. I can't think of, like, maybe Amy Dawes can rival her in, like, making me laugh out loud when I'm listening or when I'm reading. But, like, the two of them, I think I found my top 2 authors that I read from for the first time this year. I'm putting that down. I don't see how that changes considering it is December, but I do have a couple new authors to read from this year left on my TBR, so I'll let you know. But right now, Megan Quinn and Amy Dawes, like, top tier, bro, top tier. I love a good, funny, sexy time. Listen, I love a sexy time as much as the next gal, but if you can make me giggle, like, laugh out loud, kicking my feet, screaming, like, top tier, top tier. The amount that I simply cannot right now as I'm listening to the chapter headings of this book, Cole is interacting with the freaking narrator. Are you kidding me? This is the funniest shit. I got mistletoe from Dutch Bros for the Christmas spirit. It's glitter. It's beautiful. I am really close to halfway on this book, and I'm enjoying it so much that I had to update, but also just to show you my Christmas trees. That's it. So first up, we're going to disregard my hair. Every time I do these little space buns, they don't turn out right. All right. This update is mostly so that I can tell you that I finished How My Neighbors Stole Christmas. It is so cute. I really enjoyed it. The only thing that I really like towards the end was like, is just like, it was the third act breakup was very predictable, but at least it didn't take as long. Like, usually it takes like a chapter or 2 or maybe 3. This was very quick, so I was willing to forgive it. I did start Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, so I'm excited about that. My favorite male narrator, Teddy Hamilton, he is narrating this one, so I'm having a great time. And the, like, narrator talking through it is also, like, it's run through the other book to this book, so I'm having a really good time because Cole started talking to the narrator and, like, breaking the third wall. It was so fun. And we've already started that with the second book, which is starring Atlas, or Max, Cole's best friend from the first one. So I'm having a great time. It was also recently announced that the third one in this little standalone sort of companion novels is going to be released next year. So I'm having a great time. Teddy Hamilton is talking in my ear. How could it be a bad day for me, you know? Also, my little reindeer, hold on, let me show you. My little reindeer, he's so cute. This was a request from my boss. Yesterday it was the Christmas trees, today it is this. I'm having a good time. I do have a little bit of a headache, so. But I have a peppermint mocha from my house. Starbucks released a peppermint mocha, like, something you could buy at the store. Because I need to stop spending money on coffee out. That is one of the things I'm going to work on in 2026. And so I can't promise that I won't get something today because my head is pounding. But I have that right now, and then I also have a Red Bull for later, and I have a bag of rice cakes. I'm just not, like, my body is not feeling it today. Today is, I literally just started my special little time of the month, like, today, this morning. And so I'm not really feeling the greatest. So I'm trying to pep myself up with a little reindeer and a little jingle bells and a little peppermint mocha. And so because of that, I might end up getting something out just to bring my spirits back up. Plus, like I said, my head is pounding. We'll see. Anyways, Teddy Hamilton. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to listen to Teddy Hamilton. I've got like 4-ish hours left of the audiobook, and it is so good. It's like, it's the same thing. It's like, it's so good. It's so funny. I just love Megan Quinn's writing. I really do. We just got to the part where there's a snowstorm, and of course Atlas comes and saves the day. It is just so cute. I I really love Megan Quinn's writing. I don't really have a negative thing to say. So now that I have finished both this book and am almost done with this book, I can report that these books are so silly. This one especially is so goofy. It's so like, they're just, the two of them are just such goofballs together, and honestly, it's such a fucking vibe. I always get kind of insecure about my content when I'm filming, when I'm listening to an audiobook, but like, I didn't plan to read these via audio. I really planned to sit down and read them, but then I saw the sheer size of the two of them and I was like, oh dear, that is massive. And so that, coupled with my disgusting plans, I don't see how it's possible that I physically read everything I plan to physically read this month. So I had to give where I could. And yeah, so that's that. I mean, it is what it is. I'm having a great listen. Teddy Hamilton, anything Teddy Hamilton narrates is going to be a great time for me. So I'm definitely not complaining. I just feel a little insecure, like I'm not doing right by the people that are watching the video, because it's boring to watch me update you and say, I read some of this via audio. Like, it's boring. Is it boring? Are you having a good time? Let me know in the comments down below. So I'm sitting here editing this video, realizing that I never told you my thoughts on Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animals. It is so much more goofy than How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. Like, almost like borderline cringe, but not in a bad way. Like, I had a really good time with both of these books, but I will say that my favorite is probably How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, but my favorite cover is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animals. I really love that cover. Also, here comes some footage of my Christmas tree and some parade footage, probably volume warning here. I'm unsure of how I'm feeling about this book. I am quite far through. I'm on chapter 26 of this book. I like it, but here's my thoughts that nobody asked for, my unsolicited opinion, but maybe you did ask for it because you clicked on this video, so that's on you. I think that it's a take on like the ghost of Christmas past, like Scrooge, like the whole that kind of thing. The tagline is fall in love with the ghost of Christmas past and this magical romance from New York Times bestseller, author of Love Light Farms and First Time Caller. He is the ghost of Christmas past. She's not exactly Scrooge. So he's the ghost of Christmas past, and this is made clear. It's not like it's a spoiler. But what I don't understand is why he's with her, because she's not a Scrooge. So it's confusing. I guess that's the whole point of the book, but I never read the backs of these things, so I didn't know that's what we were finding out. I just thought that I was getting myself into a cute Christmas romance. And I will say, while this is not like it's not like not a cute Christmas romance, it's just that like I don't know if I care. And that kind of sucks. Because I was really looking forward to this book. Because first of all, it's stunning. Look at the sprayed edges. It's gorgeous. The book itself is gorgeous. I like B.K. Borison's writing. It's not like this is my first time trying it. We've already like had an intimate scene that wasn't quite sex. So it's not like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I'm not sure that I went into this book with a full scope of what I was getting into. Again, it's not bad. I'm not having a bad time. I'm just a little like, in comparison to the last two books I read by Megan Quinn, I don't think I care. And maybe that's because Megan Quinn is a hard act to follow. Like, she has some laugh out loud, kicking, screaming, crying, throwing up moments. And this is just very like the stakes are feeling low despite them supposed to be high. Like, with the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, will they find the key to their futures in each other's past, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in their unexpected spirited connection? The stakes are like medium, and maybe they're meant to be high, but I'm rating this as really low stakes. And maybe that's because, like I said, I'm listening on audio. Maybe it's because I followed it up with Megan Quinn. Maybe it's because everything that I've read in one day. So it's like I'm not taking time to like let the book sit with me. But I just don't think I care. And that's a shitty place to be in. And that's a sad thing to feel, because this is one of my most anticipated books of this whole Christmas vlog series. Also, look at my Christmas lights. So cute. Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed. But I'm going to carry on, and I will update you when I have something to update you on. So the issue that I was having was the stakes didn't feel high. And after having finished it, I can say that the stakes were raised. And it felt, oh look, my nails almost perfectly match that. I love that. I feel like it went a lot better when I had gotten past chapter 27. It felt like things were falling into place. It felt like the point was being revealed, the stakes were being raised, and ultimately, I mean, I just had a better time with this book once we got to that point. So it's a little late now, so I will come back when I have more brain power. That is it. I have completed all these books. Let's talk about them. This by far was my favorite of the three. I loved this one so much, and I think maybe if I had read this one last year and this one this year, I would have enjoyed this one more. But because I read these back to back, I had no choice but to compare them. And the love story in this one is just so much more, I don't want to call it good, but this love story is so much more endearing, maybe that's the right word. So in this one, remember, we have Cole and we have Story, who has come back to town to take care of Aunt Sunday, and they have to do the whole Christmas Kringle Town contest, and they have to, who is the Christmassiest, cringliest, and we have our two characters both entering in this contest, him just to show her up. And it was so enemies to lovers. It was so grumpy sunshine. It was so perfect. I wouldn't change a single thing. I might even give this 4.5, maybe 5 stars. I loved this book so much. I could not help but laugh out loud as I was listening to this. The whole entire thing where our narrator is like speaking, and then occasionally Cole will like cut in and be like, hey, can we like, hey, I don't really like the way that that's going. It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just like perfect. I don't know. I loved this so very much. I was so excited to hop into this one. And then I found out that Teddy Hamilton was narrating it. And I was like, okay, bitch, let's go. But it did not hit the same. It didn't hit the same. And I think the reason that it didn't hit the same for me is because these two characters, like, he was so like goofy and lovable, and it felt like it was trying so hard to have like the goofy lovable dude and then her be goofy and lovable as well, and she was to a certain extent, but it left a little bit to be desired, because I felt like maybe we had one of these characters already written and we were just trying to have that same character match energies, because these two are so polar opposites. Like, she is so sunshine, he is so grumpy, that I feel like in order to maybe make it so that Megan Quinn wasn't writing the same book twice where we had grumpy sunshine, I feel like she just wrote goofball X2. And now it wasn't off-putting, it wasn't a deal breaker, but I feel like if maybe I had sat on this one all year long and looked forward to this one releasing, I would have enjoyed this one more. And I think that with this being said, Megan Quinn is releasing a third one next year in the same like standalone companion novels. I feel like because I read this one and loved it, 4.5, maybe 5 out of 5, and this one's like a 3, because I compared it directly to this one rather than waiting all year for the next one, I feel like maybe book 3 will hit similarly to book 1, and at least I'm hoping that is the case. I do want to find out who the couple from this one is, because I believe Atlas has multiple brothers, and like the dynamic between these two people is that the two male main characters from both of these books are best friends, like childhood best friends, because Cole's family is deceased, and in the book it states many times that Atlas's family basically took him in, even though he was an adult when his family died. They took him in and like made sure that he wasn't alone through holidays and stuff, so that they're very much like brothers without blood. And our main character of this one, Atlas, has actual like brothers, and in this one our main character has a sister, but they're already engaged. So I hope that we don't go down her uncle's route, because her uncle is the one that has the piece of property next door to our main male character Atlas's family farm. I hope we don't go down that route, because I didn't really love Uncle Dwight that much. So I'm hoping that we get Atlas's brothers. I'm hoping that we can redeem those characters before we redeem Uncle Dwight, if you catch my drift. But I digress. Like I said, 4.5, maybe 5 stars, and at least a 3 for this one. Megan Quinn's writing will never not hit, and Teddy Hamilton as a narrator will never not hit. But when I compare these two, one is a home run and one is some points on the board. And then the final book, Good Spirits, I struggled with this one a little bit, because the stakes did not feel very high until it was literally at the end and I was tearing up. And I feel like we should have built to this. It should have been a a climax into a crescendo rather than a like whoop whoop, like it doesn't feel like that's how it was meant to be. It feels like we should have been building to the point where the stakes were high the whole time. It feels like it felt like the stakes being raised, the stakes being as high as they were, came out of nowhere. Like, I just remember feeling like, why do I care? Why is this important? What is happening? And then I feel like the end like really saved it for me, but not enough. So in this one, our main character, Harriet, she is being visited by Nolan, the ghost of Christmas past. And why, though? Because she doesn't feel like she's done anything that bad. She's not like a Scrooge McDuck, okay? She's not robbing from the poor. She's not, stealing. She's not doing bad things. So why is she being haunted by the ghost of Christmas past? And why can't Nolan figure out why he's haunting her either? So that's kind of like the whole, oh, my cat is, hello. Hi, pretty girl. Come here. Say hi. You're so angry. Why are they being thrust together? Once again, I use that adjective, thrust. Why? And we don't really figure out why till the end. And granted, I suppose that is why the stakes were slowly raised, should have been slowly raised, as opposed to like straight up, straight down again. I don't know. This is my second BK Borison. The first one was First Time Caller, and comparatively, because I'm in a comparing mood, because I just compared these two, and I just read First Time Caller not that long ago, it's fresh on my mind. And I feel like First Time Caller was much better. I feel like First Time Caller was a 4-star and this is a 3-star. If this becomes a series, I will probably pick the rest of them up because I don't hate BK Borison's writing and I didn't hate the story. I just felt like I wanted more. I wanted it to mean more. I wanted the dynamic of these two people to happen slowly. And their romance did, but the stakes didn't. I think it's still a 3-star. It's not a 2. It might even be higher than a 3. It might be like a 3.5. I do want to see what other people are saying about this book because I did read it super quick and I listened to the majority of it while I was at work, multitasking. And I do wonder if that is part of the reason that I feel the way that I do about this. I think that my brain does not like to sit and listen. My brain likes to multitask, which is why I have a really hard time sitting and reading a book physically. That's why I'll always have lo-fi going on or like the fireplace that I've been putting up lately. I enjoy like listening to the audiobook and doing something. Like I used to cross stitch. I used to like color or I've been playing a mobile game on my phone while I do it, but I was working and I wonder like when I have to have an active task and a passive task. Like stop me if this is not making sense, but my active task when I'm reading is physically reading, turning pages. My passive task would be listening to the lo-fi or having the crackling of the fireplace. And when I'm reading via audiobook, my active task should be listening, but because I was at work, I'm wondering if my active task was working and my passive task was listening. Like when I'm playing a mindless mobile game, my passive task is the mobile game. And I think that the passive task might have been this book, and maybe that's why the stakes didn't feel as high, because I wasn't paying attention. Let me know in the comments down below, did you read this book? Am I saying things that other people are saying? Am I saying stuff that doesn't make sense? Did anybody like this book? Am I alone in my feelings? Do I need to reread it physically or re-listen to it so that I can comprehend it? Let me know everything in the comments down below. And with that, I will close this vlog and I will see you in tomorrow's video.